So I applied initially to the GP scheme straight from intern year, particularly because that's where I thought I'd end up, having experienced hospital medicine throughout college and for my intern year. Not that I felt it wasn't for me, but I didn't feel like the lifestyle suited me. I didn't find it terribly efficient, but I also didn't feel like I wanted to be that subspecialised. I wanted to remain almost a generalist. Okay? And that's really lost in hospital medicine. Whereas in GP, the world is your oyster. You can make what you want of it. You can mould your practice however you want. And if you want to stay as general as you want, you can. And there's no issues there. So applied for that straight off the bat. And then when you apply, you rank your choices. So I ranked Kerry, I think, number 2 on the list of ranking. And was accepted into the scheme and haven't looked back since, really. I think it was a great decision for me at the time and really enjoyed moving down to Kerry and the whole lifestyle in the southwest. Working rurally is very interesting. I think every doctor should work rurally at some point in their lives, just to gain that aspect of what it's like working rurally. Rural GP is almost a subspecialty of GP in of itself. You're on your own, you're completely isolated, depending on how isolated you are in your practice. So where I worked was Castlegregory Medical Centre. There was myself, my trainer, and then another doctor who worked half a week. You do a lot more house calls. You're more reliant on your car and more reliant on your doctor's bag. What you carry is what you have. You don't have a hospital on your doorstep. You don't have an ambulance coming in 10 minutes. You attend cardiac arrests. I've been to more cardiac arrests out there than I have in here. And just, you get more comfortable managing serious diseases on your own. Okay, you can manage a heart failure exacerbation in the home, and once you do that, you're more comfortable doing that and you're not as reliant on hospital as well. So you take more on, you take on more responsibility, but I feel like you get more in return. You get a greater respect from the patient population because they're very thankful that they have a doctor. So continuity of care, it's really at the centre of GP. Like people say, general practice is the specialty that takes a person from the cradle to the grave. You'll see the same doctor you will now as you will in 5 years, as you will in 10 years. And that's something special about GP. It's giving time. Time is, in essence, it's a medication in of itself. A lot of diseases will improve with time alone, and it's about sitting back, and sometimes doing nothing is as good as intervening. And that's all another aspect of general practice. But the generalist idea with general practice is that anything can walk through that door. Be it mental health issues, be it an infection, be it addiction, it doesn't matter. You still have to cope with what's coming through the door, and you get a certain amount of heads up, but most of the time you don't get a heads up as to what somebody's presenting with, which is fun. It's interesting. It keeps you awake. It keeps you alert. It stops you falling into a routine that you're not happy with. Life is there to be enjoyed at the same time. If you don't enjoy work, why bother doing it, and vice versa. Typically it's hiking, cycling or surfing, which is great because we have everything here on our doorstep. And that's the beauty of the Western Seaboard is, I want to go up a hike, I can go up a hike. I want to go for a cycle, I can cycle out to Feenit on the new Greenway. Or I can just cycle the roads, and the roads are that bit safer than they would be in the towns or cities. But you also have surfing. That's the big thing that I've picked up since I moved down to Kerry. One of my friends who used to work down here in the hospital told me he bought a surfboard when he moved down, and that was the first thing I bought when I came down here, was a surfboard and a wetsuit. And I try to get out as often as I can.